Before me, my mother was carefree, and then suddenly I appeared, and she could not deny me, so she held me, beautiful baby, in her arms, whispering she loved me while smoothing out my worried wrinkles because I had just met her. Then just as suddenly we flew up in fury like the billowing smoke of an industrial chimney. I remember the night I told her I was coming home after the sun had settled his fight with the moonlight, so she stopped waiting up for me, leaving me free to be guided by the shining beacon of a taxi. So on this particular night, when the sky was already getting light, me and my front door had a showdown. I drew my silver key and shoved it through the rusty teeth of the lock on cue. My feet followed me through, and the dog began to howl as I leapt up the stairs. My floorboards were the only ones crying out to me, "You're home late." I was pleading with my door not to shoot and telling the floorboards to eat dirt when I realized I had 1 hour left to sleep until I'd have to wake up and prove that the late nights weren't taking a toll on me. It was Monday morning as I rose up from my deathbed, and I happened to meet my mother at the refrigerator door, both reaching for the milk. "Something smells kind of sour," I said, hoping to lighten the mood because I could already feel the tension of an electricity tower streaming through to my eardrums. My mother did not scream, but she raised her hands to her face, and with the grace of 1,000 saints, she said, "Daughter, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. If you're going to keep treating your home like a motel room, I will have to start charging the hourly rate. See, you've been enveloped by a black cloud of smoke, and your once perfect skin is now covered in soot. And I know you once had a place in my womb, and you still have a place in my heart, but I can't bathe you in the sink until your shoulder blades shine. It's not like you're a sweet baby anymore. I can't push open your door at midnight to whisper love songs and poetry into your ear, because at midnight you're usually gone, and I know that you're an intelligent, independent youth, but I still have a thing or two left I could teach you." When I brought up the fact that our conversations usually sound like a puppy being shoved down a carburetor, she said, "Daughter, you were raised up to believe in the architecture of dreaming, so it worries me when you only get a few hours of sleep. You were brought up to believe in the magic that lies beneath our feet. There were so many stories you used to make up about friendly monsters just before we went to sleep. Remember how I ran at your teacher demanding how your picture of an endangered species was not the answer to 8 to the power 3. Daughter, let me tell you, if creativity is biting off more than you can chew, most adults are starving. And I know that on some days I want you to be a lawyer or a doctor or marry a man with money, but on most days I want you to be happy." And with the grace of 1,000 saints, before leaving the house and driving away, she politely asked me if I could refrain from slamming the door the next time I got home at 5 in the morning.